Hello, it's your boy Usman back again with another video, and this time it's Manchester United v Everton in the Premier League. Yes, the bloody Premier League. You know, it's only been a couple of days since the West Brom bloody draw, and I'm still slightly disappointed. However, I did look through the game again, you know, the highlights and all that stuff, just to kind of sort of regroup and see what the sort of main issues with that performance were. And you know what? After the game, I was, you know, as you could imagine, quite angry with the performance itself. So I may have overreacted slightly. I'm not going to retract my statement when I said I don't know if we'll get top 4, and we're probably more likely to get it via Europa League, as in the Champions League, which is what I'm referring to. You know, I still believe that, but the things that I wanted to retract is I gave Fellaini man of the match, right? And I rewatched the game and I thought, you know what? You know, Mkhitaryan, Martial, Rashford, Lingard, you know, they didn't do much going forward, but this was an issue that I saw with Fellaini and Carrick. They were moving the ball ridiculously slow. You know, every time they picked up the ball and they moved the ball, and to Martial, for example, the West Brom were already set up defensively, so it made it very difficult for Martial to try and break them down, because there was like 2-3 people there at that point. So I think that was kind of the recurring theme that I actually noticed when I rewatched the game. I don't know if you lot have rewatched the game or not. I probably haven't, because it's an absolute pain. On the other side, you know, the thing that I took from that most importantly was the fact that how much we missed Pogba from that game. You know, Pogba's had a lot of criticism recently from myself, other people, you know, United fans in general. People saying he's not worth the price tag and whatnot. First thing first, yes, he is not worth the price tag. I'm not even gonna argue that. But what I will say is Pogba is he's pivotal to us going forward. The amount of opportunities he creates from that dink over the top, or his balls in and around the midfield in general, like just so many attacks start from Pogba. The way he instigates plays, because he moves the ball quickly, and that's something we didn't have against West Brom. And like I said, they gave him an opportunity to set up and obviously defend us quite easily. You know, we didn't really cause them that many trouble. We had a couple of chances, but that aside, you know, regarding the game against Everton, Pogba is back from what I've heard. Herrera is obviously in contention to play as well, and that man Zlatan is obviously available for selection after his 3-month suspension. You know, I did talk in my preview about how I was happy that Rashford was playing instead of Zlatan for this game, because it gives us a different dimension, you know, that pace to running behind. However, this kind of game was definitely built for the likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and that, you know, I kind of made a video about this a couple of weeks ago, probably like a month or so ago, regarding the youth, and like talking about how Jose's played it clever and he's not, you know, put a massive amount of pressure on the likes of Rashford, Martial, and I think I mentioned Mkhitaryan as well actually in that. I know he's not a youth product, but I kind of talked about how he has the likes of Rooney, Zlatan, and other big players taking away the pressure from the youth players, because when they don't put in a performance that they did against West Brom, you saw the sort of backlash off that. You know, a lot of United fans are slating Rashford off, slating Martial off, you know, and they're doubting their ability basically, and saying that they're not ready for United and all that kind of stuff. For me personally, I think that's a massive over-exaggeration. You're entitled to your own opinion. The reason I feel like that is because they're still young, they still need to learn the trade. You know, Ronaldo, Messi were not the finished article at 19 and 28, and yes, it's frustrating. I was frustrated as well after the game, and I probably, you know, went in on them. I can't remember exactly, but what you do need to remember is that they're still, you know, they've still got a lot to improve on. They've still got a lot to gain, movement, certain decisions and stuff like that. I think Martial in particular is very shy of confidence at the moment. Honestly, it's not good to see him like that. I want to see Martial picking the ball up and running out players. You saw in the second half, the 10-minute sort of spell after the second half, period, sort of break or interval, what you want to call it. You know, the way they were picking the ball up and trying to make things happen, that was because of the confidence that I'm assuming Jose instilled at half-time. And to be honest with you, at that age, you know, they kind of need that sort of kick up the arse. And, you know, that kind of leads me on perfectly to the Luke Shaw situation. You know, after the game, Jose's come and absolutely blasted Luke Shaw. First things first, I rate Luke Shaw massively as a player, and I have done for a very long time. And I don't want to, you know, seem hypocritical here at all. But what I will say is, at the end of the day, if Jose feels like he's not putting enough effort in for the team, and he's not doing enough to warrant a place on the bench even, then he must be doing something wrong. You know, Jose he's a very experienced manager. He's been around the block, so he knows exactly what he's doing. The psychological sort of factors, he might be reverse psychology. He might be doing the exact same thing he did with Mkhitaryan and Martial. say, look, I'll throw you under the bus here, prove me wrong, show me that you're willing to fight for your position, and if he doesn't, let him go. At the end of the day, we're Man United. I know he's a quality player, and I know he's a quality prospect, but at the end of the day, you need to remember the players that have wore that shirt. For me, it's actually baffling. You know, like I said, the players that wore that shirt, if that was me personally, I'd do anything to be, you know, wanting to play for this club. You know, it's such a massive club, and it's just an honour to even put the shirt on. But if Jose's saying he's not putting enough effort, and he's not ambitious, or doesn't look like he's, you know, motivated, how can you not be motivated to play for a club like this? Yes, I understand he's young, and Jose should not have gone about it the way he did. However, as the sort of core principle of what he's saying is I agree with, you know, but he probably should have went in a different manner. But that all aside, let's talk about our game against Everton. You know, first things first, Everton came coming off a back off a Merseyside loss to Liverpool. They lost 3-1. They were absolutely shocking in that game, much like ourselves. The one thing I will say about Everton is you're not going to see them playing two banks of four. I'd be very surprised if they set up defensively. They're a very offensively minded team. Due to the fact that they're not a really defensively minded team, you know, there's going to be a lot more space in and behind for players that are actually running behind, such as Martial and Mkhitaryan, and probably I'm assuming Zlatan's going to play, but like I say, he doesn't make those runs in behind. However, what I will say is, you know, it will benefit us massively to even get the ball in behind them a lot more frequently and actually get players, you know, running into space and actually moving off the ball to create a bit more space. With West Brom, they were so compact and they were so tight in the, you know, the two back lines of four. There wasn't much space to maneuver the ball, which, you know, made it difficult for us to obviously play our style of football. I don't really see that being an issue against Everton, but you know, you never know what flipping Coleman could do, you know. Given what just happened to us, he might actually flip and try, but they need to win as much as us, so it probably will be an exciting game. But that all aside, I'm going to do my team selection. First things first, David De Gea in net, no brainer. Right back Valencia, centre back Rojo and Bailey. I don't think they did anything wrong. Ashley Young, again, because he's clearly not going to play Luke Shaw. Midfield for me, this is where it's changed. Why not freshen the legs up anyways? You know, bring Herrera in, bring Pogba in, put Mkhitaryan in the number 10 position. Right mid, I suppose Lingard probably deserves another go because I think he was probably our best player, offensive player anyways in the previous game against West Brom. Left mid, Martial, please don't drop Martial. I don't really know who he can drop him for anyways, to be honest, but you know, I suppose he could play Rooney there. I don't drop Martial, they really would kill his confidence. I really hope he sticks with Martial. And up top, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, like I said, very happy Zlatan's back. Gives a bit of opportunity for Rashford to come out of the limelight slightly and, you know, potentially just recover, so to speak. It just, you know, I don't want him to be like the brunt of all the criticism. It's very harsh at 19-year-old. Like I said, made a video on this and how Jose has deflected all the pressure off the youngsters onto the likes of Zlatan and Rooney. And up until this point, it's been working fantastically. But unfortunately, given the circumstances, you know, they've had to take a bit of criticism. And it's up to them, you know, to not determine, but shows how they deal with that criticism and obviously bounce back stronger and fitter players. But that all aside, you know, let's look at Everton. Obviously, we know who the threat is. Lukaku has been fantastic this season. There's no denying that whatsoever. So he's the obvious threat. But I think Bailly and Rojo, both very strong in the air and very strong physically on the ground. You wouldn't really assume it was Rojo, but he's an absolute flipping warrior. You know, South Americans tend to be anyways in general. So to be honest, I'm not actually that worried. Lukaku, if I'm not mistaken, I don't even know if he scored past us. What the flip am I in? But he got those phone in even West Brom. Ignore that bit. But you know, in recent years for Everton, I can't really remember him actually having an impact against us. Minus at West Brom, obviously under Fergie. If you know, you know. But that aside, you know, the other obvious sort of threat is Barkley. I think recently he hasn't been fantastic. He's due a good performance. He could have been sent off against Liverpool, but remain on the pitch. I suppose Barkley's another threat. You know, in on the wing, they've got obviously Ener Valencia seems like he's getting back in the goals. A decent player on off the bench, but you know, Everton a decent team. Let's not, you know, shy away from it. But I just think we've got enough in our locker to beat them on the day. You know, like I said, they're going to be going forward and trying to get a win themselves because they definitely need it after what's happened against Liverpool. You know, they're going to need to bounce back as well. So I'm expecting to be an entertaining game. Just to obviously let you know, we're going to be doing a live watch along like we did for the Southampton Cup final. You know, so therefore probably the video will be out on a Wednesday. That all aside, you know, I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you agree with what I'm saying, by all means, let me know in the comments. Also, if you disagree with what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. Feel free to drop it a like. You know, if you're new here, flip and subscribe. No, I'm joking. I'm trying to get to 60. I just want to get up to this 50 flipping number. But that all aside, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of your week. And hopefully, Manchester United will bring the 3 points home. And, you know, we'll flip and be a bit more happier coming into the weekend fixtures. Come on, United. Please do not let me down. Come on, boys. Oh yeah, and just to add, my score prediction is going to be 3-1 United. Flipping hell, I forgot the score prediction, didn't I? Because I'm an absolute loony. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to drop a like, share, comment, and all that stuff. Peace, call United!